The government yesterday said the Chinese are not comfortable getting onto the common platform where other creditors such as the Paris Club, India and Japan are on debt restructuring for Sri Lanka. Instead, China is engaging in bilateral negotiations with the Sri Lankan government separately. They will not come on board on the common platform but will cooperate bilaterally. We are confident China will support the restructuring of the debt in that manner, Foreign Minister Ali Sabry said yesterday. At the media briefing held by Minister Sabry at the President's Media Center, he emphasized that both governments are actively involved in negotiations bilaterally and on the common platform, where China was present and knows all the parameters of these negotiations with other creditors as well. China's bilateral is threefold, which are with the Chinese government, the second of the Exim Bank, and the third is the Chinese Development Bank. He added that the good thing is that China knows the parameters of the discussions held with other creditors as they're present at all the discussions, and it will be comparable treatment to the bilateral basis on the end of the day. He said China has its also own reason why it does not want to be on the common platform. That is fine with us as long as they want to come to us and give us the same relief what we want. He pointed out. Sabry also stressed that he met with the top Chinese investors and the president of the Exim Bank and the China Development Bank. He also told the media that the CHEC developers of the port city expressed their keen interest in investing of 1.2 billion US dollars in a project at the port city, and Sinopec has agreed to invest in an oil refinery project in Hambantota. President Ranil Wickremesinghe earlier said that the CHEC wanted to reconstruct an international finance center at the port city. When asked about China, the largest creditor, not joining the common platform with other creditors, the minister explained that China is currently engaged in continuous discussions with Sri Lanka. These discussions are also taking place through two separate lines of communication. One line which involves negotiation with the common platform, while the other is a bilateral approach. The minister emphasized that Sri Lanka wants to avoid becoming entangled in China's multilateral dealings as there are fundamental differences in their approach. The main concern for Sri Lanka is focused solely on the debt restructuring and find a mutually beneficial solution. This consideration formed the basis for separation of the debt and the sustainability analysis. He said that it is within the context that the assessments have been made. He said countries that have undergone debt restructuring programs have experienced subsequent defaults after making 60% of their payments. Sri Lanka's goal is to ensure that any defaults which occurred last year are ultimately eliminated. By prioritizing timely repayment, the aim is to prevent any further defaults in the future. In response to concern about potential rupee depreciation when debt repayments begin, he emphasized that the government reforms are aimed at achieving steadfast and sustainable progress. By attracting investment, promoting tourism, and increasing remittance through exports, they believe they can effectively manage the debt crisis. Their focus is on implementing measures that will stimulate economic growth and create a favorable environment for both domestic and foreign investments, thus mitigating the risk of currency depreciation. If we can promote tourism and bring more investors to Port City, we can gain from those income, he said. We are also planning on export-oriented manufacturing economy. We are focusing on and working on a roadmap, he added. The data analysis also takes into account various factors including projected outflows and inflows over the next 10 years, revenue estimates and payment obligations, according to Minister Sabry.